Sofrito Lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from my incredible apartment in Washington Heights. Washington Heights is the home of the Dominican community in New York City. I am in the Heights bringing you a delicious Puerto Rican mukbang. That's right, I am in a Dominican community bringing you more Boricua cuisine, because that is how I do. Look, folks, I am bringing you some arroz blanco white rice con habichuela guisada, stewed red beans. I have un relleno de papa, which is a stuffed potato ball, and a Puerto Rican classic, a simple chuleta, a fried pork chop. This is a very working class Puerto Rican meal. You got your rice and beans, you got your chuleta. I got this little relleno de papa because I love relleno de papas, and I want to bring you a cuchifrito mukbang very soon. This is a fried potato ball. This is a part of our culture where we fry these goodies and we put things together. So we fry up these goodies, we put them together with our meals, but sometimes them by themselves are just like snacks, but I have it like a side. Okay, I've been talking a lot. Mira esta comida. Oh, arroz con habichuela. Rice and beans. This food, I did not cook. I didn't cook this food. I got it from a wonderful new restaurant that's opened up in Washington Heights in the last couple of weeks. Maybe even a month and a half. Yeah, more, can't say a couple of weeks. Probably more like a month and a half ago. Called Havana Heights. Havana Heights specializes in kind of pan-Latino, pan-Caribbean cuisine. So it's got a lot of different Puerto Rican dishes, Cuban dishes, it's got some Mexican dishes, and some Dominican. Primarily, given the name Havana Heights, primarily the menu is Cuban, but they definitely have an amazing Puerto Rican section, Dominican and Mexican section to the menu. This chuleta, this fried pork chop, comes from kind of the Puerto Rican section. It's kind of one of the classics. I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, got some diet ginger ale in my Wonder Woman tune tumbler. Some delicious diet ginger ale. I am hungry. It is lunchtime. I wanted to share my lunch with you. Those of you that are New York based and watching me, Havana Heights. It's like on 173rd or 172nd on Broadway in Washington Heights. Very new. Very chic, very modern, but it's got its bar, its seating area, and a steam table section bar type of takeout place, so that takeout section, I should say. So if you just want to walk in, grab food from the steam table and leave, you know, a typical takeout type of situation, you totally can do it. Or you can sit down in a wonderful exposed brick area with all this beautiful Cuban-based Caribbean art. And though the bar isn't exactly huge, it is a nice sized bar and looks like it's pretty well stocked. Of course, it's not a Ben Ramos mukbang until I drop all the food everywhere. Let me get some chuleta. Mira, chuleta frita, fried chuleta. Oh, they seasoned this to perfection. I can taste the oregano. Some of the garlic. They put their foot in this. So, just bringing you another Puerto Rican mukbang. I want to expose you to new foods. You know, I think I've said this 1,000 times, a lot of the Puerto Rican mukbangs online are always the exact same type of food. And I want to bring you more working class type of Puerto Rican dishes. A nice fried chuleta and rice and beans. This is very basic, very comida de casa, you know, home-based food. I'm doing good, feeling a lot better. I think one of my last mukbangs, I was still sick. I'm actually feeling a lot better. Busy weekend. Big meeting yesterday, Saturday. Spent most of the day in that meeting for some of the political work that I do. So, kind of happy to have like a nice Sunday, lazy Sunday, lazy lunch. I decided to splurge and order in lunch. Some good Boricua food from my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. This is David's apartment. David, as you know, is in California. On the weekends, I apartment sit, especially since on the weekends I tend to do a lot of business and have a lot of errands to run in Manhattan. And for those of you who don't know, Washington Heights is in Upper Manhattan. So whenever I'm downtown or midtown or in the Village or in Chelsea, wherever I go, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to go uptown, as opposed to the nice little trek it is to go to the Bronx. You know, I'm a Bronx boy. Mostly during the work week, I'm in my apartment in the Bronx. I work in the same neighborhood, so I just walk. But on the weekends, I'm far more of a commuter. So it's kind of great to have an apartment in Manhattan. I'm very blessed. I got a home in the Bronx with my roommate, and I have this home with my partner. New York City, we call everything a house. I should technically say my apartment, but we say house, home, you know, New York lingo. Those of you that are like, no, don't you live in an apartment? You don't live in a home. Yes, I don't technically live in a house, but I do live in an apartment. And we just call it una casa, a home. So this is my house, despite the fact that it's an apartment. Feeling great. Looking forward to a nice, calm Sunday. Yesterday after my meeting, I was supposed to be far more productive than I actually was. And what I mean by that is after my meeting, I decided, okay, I'm in one of the most where my meeting was in a very commercial center of the Heights, a lot of places to shop. Anyway, and my meeting ended around 4:30. So it was still kind of prime shopping time. So I went to Marshall's right there on 179th in the George Washington Bridge Market. And I went to Marshall's because I wanted to see some of the stuff that they have on sale. Look, this is a half of the relleno de papa. Ah, crunchy fried top. On the inside, it's nice and mashed potato-y and filled with spiced ground beef. So good. But I digress. I was supposed to go shopping at the Marshalls, check out their home section, cooking section. I grabbed like 2 or 3 things I wanted to buy, walked towards the checkout line. Folks, I should have planned better. It's Washington Heights, it's the middle of the day, it's Saturday, it's Marshall's. Everybody and their grandmother was in Marshall's from Washington Heights. I'm talking about that line was like, you couldn't even see the end of it. You knew where you could clearly see the people shopping, but Jesus, that line, I was like, no way. This requires right now a level of patience that I do not have. I wanted to go in, grab some stuff, be out. I didn't think. It's Marshall's, it's Washington Heights, it's the middle of Saturday afternoon. Of course there's going to be 3,000 people there. So I said, you know what? I'm not wasting an hour being online. I can buy these little kitchen chucherias, these little kitchen knickknacks and all this stuff. I can buy them out another day. Or I can just look for them online. I do not have the patience. So when that didn't work out, I decided to go to the Models. That's a couple of blocks away. Models, it's that sporting goods store. They do sell sports equipment. They also sell a lot of like active gear. And I'm like, you know what? I really do need like a new pair of sweats that I can keep here in the Heights. Because, I have my clothes in the Bronx primarily. Like 95% of my clothes are in the Bronx. But when I'm here, I like to have a couple of things I can switch into. And I've been thinking I need some nice sweatpants, something I can lay around in if I need to run out real quick. I don't have to change into jeans. So I went to the Models. That's only about 4 or 5 blocks away from that area, from like 179th and Fort Washington. A couple of blocks away. Went to Models. At first, I was like, okay, there's like hardly anyone at Models. So this will be great. I'll be able to buy something. I'll be able to buy the moje lleno de papa. I'll be able to grab what I need to grab. 1 or 2 nice pairs of sweatpants. They actually had them pretty much on sale. So I was like, you know what? I can, for $20, I'll buy two sets of sweatpants. That's a good deal. Clearance, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what happened between me walking in, going to the section where I was going to buy the sweatpants, and making my way to the cashier area. But something in between of all of that, somehow, the 3,000 people that were shopping ahead of me at Marshall's made their way over to Models. Because once again, había una fila, una cola que parecía que no iba a terminar. There was like a line that formed that was like wrapping around the perimeter of the Models. I was like, where the hell did all of these people come from? I just walked in, looked around, saw that there was no one, and walked my ass over. I didn't take that long to select sweatpants. I mean, I know my size, I know what I want. Looked at it, looked at the price, and was like, hey, for $20, $25, I can buy 2. Cool. Se apareció una cola, una fila. I was like, Jesus, how did all of these people get online? Where did they come from? I was like, are the people from Marshall following me? Like, and I was like, I can't do this. Oh my God, this chuleta's so good. Again, I digress with the food. I was like, I can't do this. I'm tired. I spent several hours in that meeting, facilitating, having talks, doing my thing. I was like, my patience is at 0. I was about to put the 2 sweatpants back in their area and just leave. When I ran into a friend of mine, from a colleague of the organization that I work, the nonprofit that I work for. We just started talking. She was about to get online. She was like, aren't you going online? And I was like, you know what? I'll go online because of you. Because, girl, I was ready to put all this away and go home. And I told her about what happened at March. She was laughing. She was like, pendejo. It is Saturday afternoon in one of the most commercial areas of Washington Heights. You know that every single store, every single business, every single place to eat in this area has at least 3,000 people in it. And I was like, right. She was like, you need to have patience or you might as well just go home. And I was like, I agree. So luckily, Rosalia, hi Rosalia, she tells me she watches. Hi Rosalia, I have the sweatpants at home because of you. It was great. I decided, okay, she's right. Practice patience. She was there. She was right next to me. We were talking. it made the time fly by. And then she even said it. She was like, see, you know, you have to be patient. And I was like, girl, the only reason why I stayed on this line is because you're here. So we laughed and, you know, we both paid for our stuff. We left the Models hugging kisses and was like, see you at the next training, see you at the next meeting, blah, blah, blah. And I came home. My exciting Saturday. Came home. This apartment, this management group of this apartment house is no joke. The second it gets a little bit cold, they pump in the heat. I put on one of the pairs of sweatpants to be cozy, and within minutes I was like, no, I'm like sweating. My legs are sweating. This is what's left of the relleno de papa porque estaba buenísimo. I was sweating. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna wear these. I'll walk around in my boxers. But this is so good, you guys. Havana Heights. That was my exciting Saturday. Just spending some time in a meeting and then doing some shopping. And then I came home. I was tired too. I was not in the mood to go out. A part of me was like, treat yourself. Go out, go have dinner. And then another part of me was like, you know, it'd be great to put on these sweatpants, snuggle in at home. Oh my God, these chuletas are flavorful. Stay in, watch some movies, read, look at your comic books, hang out, have fun. And the laziness won through. I had a long day, productive day. I was busy and I was a little tired, but it felt good to shop a little bit, move around a little bit. So good. So today's supposed to be a lazy Sunday, but I think I will get a little productive. I should clean a little bit, get my partner's mail a little bit better organized. You know what it is? The introduction of all these carbs and delicious protein is like waking me up a little bit. I'm not too sure. I may not cook tonight because Jesus. Okay, let me show you something. This is a very New York thing. It's a very Latino restaurant thing. I order rice and beans. This gigantic tub, look at this, gigantic tub of rice comes, right? Gigantic tub of rice. This is supposed to be a meal for one person. They give you all of that rice and then they give you this amount of beans. It's like 3 pounds of rice, 8 ounces of beans. Does that make sense to anyone? Is that proportion off to anyone other than me? Because I have complained about that all of my life. It's been explained to me, because, you know, rice is so cheap and we make it in large amounts. So when we serve it, we like to serve it in large amounts. I'm like, and beans are a lot more expensive and beans take a lot more to cook and a lot more effort goes into beans. So you get this little tiny tub of beans, but you get this monster jug of rice. Somehow they think that makes sense. I would make it more proportional, but that's just me. So I'm thinking this is going to be dinner as well. I've got enough. Oh, and the order again was for one person, and they give you 2 chuletas. Y tú viste que esta chuleta grande. This is a big old chuleta. The other one that I haven't, it's in the kitchen, just as big. I don't think I'm cooking tonight. I think it's truly going to be a lazy Sunday. Another chuleta, some rice and beans. I grew up with this food. I can have it again. Sofrito Lovers, always great to catch up on you guys. I'm just eating lunch and rambling. I hope you like this video. Like it, share it. Leave me a comment below. I'm sorry. Leave me a comment below. Check me out on my blog, sofritoinmysoul.com. Follow me on all the social media, Sofrito in My Soul on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It was great to have some lunch with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Go to Havana Heights. If you come to New York City, have a meal at Havana Heights. Cuban fusion, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican fare as well. Beautiful spot. It's brand new, really cool. They've got a steam table, so if you want to do quick takeout, you can sit in the general area and be waited on and be surrounded by beautiful Cuban art. And they've got a kind of a nice little bar, emphasis on the little, in the back. So if you want to, catch apparently they make some great Cuban beverages, drinks. They make a pretty good, allegedly, mojito. They have pretty good rum and coke, and their margaritas are supposed to be good, and the piña coladas, allegedly. I don't drink, but that's what they advertise. So check out Havana Heights. Loved it. Really good. Look how much more chuleta I have. My God. Go out there, go taste for yourself, go have some culinary adventures. Como siempre, mucho, mucho, mucho amor.